Bheja Fry 2 is also a very honest film. It's been made very honestly. Bheja Fry 1 celebrated a super success, but Bheja Fry 2 celebrated success. It did not celebrate super success. Nothing went wrong with the film. Everything went wrong with the expectations. Oh, I'm such an intelligent filmmaker and my audience is not understanding. No, then definitely it would have been compared to again Bheja Fry 1 said, "Arey wah, ye to hit ho gaya." Every time I told anybody that I spoke to Madhuri, everybody was like, "You spoke to Madhuri Dixit?" And I was like, "Yeah, I spoke to Madhuri Dixit." Hi everybody, I'm Sagar Ballary and you're watching me on Bollywood Hungama.
Sagar Ballary is excited and happy with the response and box office success for his film Bheja Fry 2.
The reactions, to be very honest, the reactions have been mixed. Bheja Fry 1 celebrated a super success, but Bheja Fry 2 celebrated success. It did not celebrate super success. There are various factors why Bheja Fry 1 did super success.
अगर मेरे पिताजी गंधर्व महाविद्यालय में क्लर्क न होते ना, तो मैं कभी सिंगर नहीं बन पाता.
And why Bheja Fry 2 did success. I am very happy because it's almost been 4 years since Vinay Pathak and Bheja Fry have come up again. I am very happy because my producer has managed to recover his money, which Mukul has done a very good job. He is happy, I am happy, and obviously I am a greedy person when it comes to box office. I wish we would have made lots of money and much more than what we've made. Nevertheless, it's been 4 years and 9 films released on the same day as Bheja Fry did, and of all the 9 films, Bheja Fry managed to score the highest. So that is my greatest happiness. So all good, and hoping to look for more films, you know. Nothing went wrong with the film. Everything went wrong with the expectations. A film is a film. One cannot try to compare it to anything else. There have been many reviews which have spoken of the film being a fantastic comedy this year, but provided you don't compare it with part 1.
मेरे तो रग-रग में संगीत बसा हुआ है. गंधर्व महाविद्यालय की स्थापना मेरे पिताजी के सामने हुई थी, लेकिन जब आर्थिक तंगी के कारण वो वहाँ एडमिशन न ले पाए, तो उन्होंने वहीं क्लर्क की नौकरी करी.
Oh, I see. I very well know the factors in which part 1 released and became a hit. There were many factors. So this time the factors with Bheja Fry were very different. But one thing is for sure that it has scored the highest among the 9 films. Some of them were Hollywood releases. So it has scored the highest among all those 9 films. So that is a big and a great fillip for me as a director. And that is something which will push me to make more films. And I made a film called Kacha Limbu. So I always told that while making Kacha Limbu, I was quite a Kacha Limbu. Even when I made Bheja Fry, I have been lucky because it's hardly and it's rare that a young person who just comes right out of the film school manages to get a success in the mainstream Hindi film industry. So I've been lucky on that count, especially from the background which I've been coming. I've been really lucky. If you notice, Bheja Fry may have now had a gross of almost about 20 to 25 crores by the 2nd, 3rd week, including satellite, including everything. This is Bheja Fry 2 I'm talking about. This is much more than what Bheja Fry 1 did totally. So basically, we have had a great increase of number of people who've come and watched it. It's very strange the way people declare a hit in the industry. People would declare a hit, yes, if Bheja Fry 2 was made on a lesser budget than what it was made today, then definitely it would have been compared to again Bheja Fry 1 said, "Arey wah, ye to hit ho gaya." For me, I'm happy that I have found an audience who wishes to see films like what I am making. Now it's my job to make it very well. So I'll just keep concentrating on that, and then I hope that golden balance happens again.
जी बहुत खुशी हुई आप जैसे बहुमुखी प्रतिभा के धनी पुरुष से मिलकर. म्यूजिक इंडस्ट्री में कोई अप्रोच है आपकी?
Oh my God, कितनी फुटेज खाता है ये आदमी?
काट गया जी मुझे काट गया कीड़ा, काट गया जी मुझे काट गया.
The director also talked about the compliments that he has been receiving for the sequel version of Bheja Fry.
The best compliment I've heard for Bheja Fry 2 is that it is better than part 1. And it has come from so many people that they said that we did not like part 1, but we like part 2 more. And they said that it is so different from part 1. And this is exactly what a sequel should be. It should be really different. It should not be similar to like what the first part was, yet take it away from there. And they all told me that now you can come back to part 1's format for part 3 and show the audience that it's not a fluke. Sagar Ballary in one of his interviews said that he will not make part 3. And she was said, thank God he's not making part 3. So I've taken her as my central audience. If I have to prove it to that reviewer of mine that part 3 is very good. So she is the focus of my everything. Like if I manage to prove her that part 3 is good, I feel I'll have managed to prove everybody.
अब तो गेस भी नहीं कर सकती कि मैं आपके लिए क्या लेकर आया हूँ।
क्या?
गेस कीजिए।
I feel for me the critics are also an audience, and they have a right to say what they're saying as much as what an audience has the right to say. The only drawback of this is that maybe the critics, what reviews they give, it kind of affects the business of the film, which is a little sad for the producer and the financiers who put so much of efforts and hard work. But as a filmmaker, I think I must be prepared to face critics. And I think as a filmmaker, I'm so happy I have critics, because if there are people only talking good about me, I'll never be able to push myself to that extra edge. Critics have been very harsh with Bheja Fry 2. Critics had been very harsh with Bheja Fry 1. I still remember the critics, we had got 1.5 star for Bheja Fry. But right now, they are an audience. So if they don't like something, it's like your audience has not liked something. So then I have to understand that why they have not liked. So I look at it like that.
Sagar also seemed enthusiastic for an upcoming project in which he is willing to cast the very gorgeous Madhuri Dixit.
I don't know how it leaked out. They were just thoughts, and I was speaking to her secretary. Basically, after part 1 again, I spoke to Madhuri ji, and she congratulated me on the success of part 1. And she said that she was so happy, she was really wanting to do something interesting if it came by my way and if it excited her. And every time I told anybody that I spoke to Madhuri, everybody was like, you spoke to Madhuri Dixit? And I was like, yeah, I spoke to Madhuri Dixit. So she says, God, you're so lucky. I said, exactly. I said that I want to make a film with her. So they said, you must think. I was caught up with various projects, which Kacha Limbu and Bheja Fry 2, which I knew that if it is Madhuri, then she is the hero of my film. So I have a subject now, which is a very nice comedy film. And I thought that maybe we could approach Madhuri ji and ask her if she would like to be a part of it. So that's what my whole dream is right now, to just ask her if she can be a part of it. And then we can make that fantastic project. Immediately on September 23rd, you will watch my film Hum Tum Aur Shabana, which has now become Hum Tum Shabana. And Hum Tum Shabana is basically a total fun-filled romantic comedy, but I would still call it as a Dhamal comedy. Dhamal is released now. I wanted to try out various different kind of genres within comedy itself. So if Bheja Fry was more on the intelligent side, Hum Tum Shabana went out there and it had songs and dance and lip sync songs and a lot of madness and lot Shreyas Talpade, Tushar Kapoor, Minisha Lamba, Piya Trivedi, Satish Kaushik, Sanjay Mishra, great actors, you know, all actors who've always represented mainstream cinema, you know. So making a comedy with them was a great fun. So that is slated to release on September 23rd, produced by Horseshoe Pictures. So that is my film I'm looking forward to. We are working fully on that. And then there's another film called A Simple Plan, which we're still trying to work out on the title. It's a bank heist comedy. So that is something which is working out. This film with Madhuri ji, which we are planning to call it as Guftagu. So that is something which is in the cards, and so I get excited when I'm working on multiple projects because it just kind of keeps me full of energy and keeps my team fully excited and keeps us in high energy and high vibration. And that high vibration is very important when you're executing things, especially when you have a big team. And I work with my team who's very loyal to me, and we're all very excited to learn from our mistakes and prove again, prove. When I made Bheja Fry, I always said that I want to take each genre and do the best in that. So that's exactly what we're trying to do.
Bollywood Hungama News Network.